Hello and welcome back to Field. In this episode, I anger the rest of the hot hatch community.
They know that the top hot hatches that you can get are a Polo GTI and a Fiesta ST. Am I missing out any? No.
Learn how to count to three.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
And show crude images.
Very odd imagery, but it looks like this. So if you're somebody who believes that a car is something more than you just go from point A to point B with, you're probably somebody who'd want to modify and customize your car so that you've got your own personal touches and personalization into that car. That's why we have created this series called SpecTour, like in SpecTour, but not SpecTour. That just sounds weird. SpecTour. And in this series, what we're going to do is we're going to take somebody's car that they've got personalized and made their own, and we're going to generally go over a tour of their spec, hence SpecTour. And for this first episode that we have a car that I have loved for such a long time through the different generations. We have a Ford Fiesta. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we're going to start off by talking about the car, a Ford Fiesta, and then we'll go and jump into the little personalization and little touches that have been added to this car to make it this person's own car. And when we start off, this is a Mark 7 Ford Fiesta EcoBoost. Now, you had two engines basically with the Ford Fiesta. You either had the Decrat engine or the 1.5/1.6, and then you had the 1 liter EcoBoost engine, which is this one, which was, if you look at the engine, it's a super tiny EcoBoost engine. On the Mark 8 Fiesta, that engine is actually so small, because it's 3 cylinders, that you can fit it on an A4 piece of paper. This one is a 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine, and from the factory out the box, it makes just around about 100 kilowatts of power, so around 110 horsepower, something like that. Torque, it's also not impressively amazing. It's probably around about 120 newton meters of torque, but that's not the important part. What the important part is look at it. What a beautiful car the Fiesta was when it came out. Now, since this is the EcoBoost version, this is like the top of the range trim of it. So you get your nice looking grille, your nice looking sports kit on it. Like if you come here, you get some leather seats as well. You get this spoiler that came pretty much standard on these sports kit EcoBoost versions. And then you generally get a much nicer rear end with a little bit of a changed rear bumper, which made the car feel and look a bit more sporty. And all of that was so that it can kind of give you the Fiesta ST look and feel, but without having to pay Fiesta ST money. That's kind of one of my favorite cars ever, the Fiesta ST, the ST200, absolutely amazing. And as we all know, if there is anybody who's in the hot hatch game, they know that the top hot hatches that you can get are a Polo GTI and a Fiesta ST. Am I missing out any? No, I'm not missing out any. Those are literally like yin and yang. They fight each other and they make the hot hatch game what it is. Then you get other cars that are below it, but these ones are your main like hot hatches. I mean, this one is more of like a medium hot hatch, The Polo that we drove in another video, that was like mild hatch. So just to give you context. At the back, we also have a EcoBoost badge to tell you that this is the turbo version of the car. And one nice thing about the cars, this one's a bit modified, but you'll see later, but in the normal EcoBoost cars, when you drive, you can actually hear the turbo, the wastegate of the turbo go psst, which I find very nice. Other things that the EcoBoost comes with is it's great on fuel. It's got This one, you can't show this one because it's got a sub in it, but anyway, it's got decent boot capacity, and it's got the plate, yeah, and it's got very decent like rear seat space, so you can comfortably take you and all your friends anywhere that you need to go. Now let's hop over on the inside and give you a tour of what the inside of the Ford Fiesta looked like when it came out. On the inside of the Ford Fiesta, this is the, I just need a, oh, push to start. Wow, that is crazy. I want to move the steering. It's okay. Okay, so now on the inside of the Ford Fiesta, something that I was not generally a fan of on this version of the Ford Fiesta, which makes me really believe that the outside is a lot better than the inside, is these gauges. The dials just look very uninspired, if that is the word to use. It's got this tiny little LED screen that tells you how many Ks are on the car, and then it's got this little, like, what do you call it, like a portal screen that looks like this. Just very odd imagery, but it looks like this, and it basically tells you warning lights, which is like nothing, and then you've got your fuel underneath, and then that's pretty much the whole gauge. On the Mark 8 Fiesta, the one that came after this, they really revised the actual dash so much, and it looks so good. It is still analog on the outside, but on the inside you get a much bigger center screen that tells you different things like your speed. It tells you speed, and it tells you a whole bunch of other things that you're able to play with. In the center, you've got this screen that's kind of receded down in the middle, which is, it hasn't changed in like 10 years. This screen never really changed, but you've got things like Bluetooth, auxiliary, that kind of thing. And the nice thing is, on the top of the range models like this one, where you got the leather seats and stuff, you got like a little shiny piano black kind of portion over here, which was nice. But one of my biggest gripes about this car was, even though on this channel we love buttons on cars are so much better than touchscreens, there's too many buttons here. It's literally just a button for every single thing, and it controls the stuff at the top, which I would get confused with. Like, there's unlabeled buttons here, there's more buttons over there. It's just button galore. Underneath it, well, in the Mark 8 Fiesta, they fixed that because they put a screen there and a few buttons, but generally the screen was very good. That Ford Sync entertainment thing, very, very good. I do recommend that if anybody is looking at something. Underneath the screen, we've got the climate control vents, where this one, top of the range model, you've got a little digital screen for your climate control. On most of the cars, it's just a knob that you turn, and it's got little numbers on the knob. You know what I'm talking about, the basic one. This one is not the basic one. This one is a bit upgraded. You've got one of my favorite buttons here as well. You've got, well, no, actually, you don't have it in this one. I just lied to you. But anyways, in the center, you've also got your start-stop system, a button to turn that off, which is very good at saving fuel. This is a eco boost, economical boosting. And then you've got an eco button to boost the eco boost that you have boosted. Underneath that, you've got heated seats, front and both fronts, heated seats, which I find very nice. Not many hatchbacks or small hatchbacks like this have that. You also get, in the doors, some extra speakers, which is very nice because that makes the car sound a lot better. Then you've got your gearbox, which is a 5-speed. On the newer ones, they had a 6-speed, which I think the 6-speed might have been a bit nicer to drive, but we will see later when we drive the car. And then you've got your, generally just nothing else in the middle, a little space to put stuff. You've got a center console, the back seats are back seats. And the one thing that this car doesn't have that the newer Fiestas had, which I think was really good if you really wanted to have fun with the car, was it had a traction control button in the center. The newer ones had the traction control button in the center. So if you were on a racetrack and wanted to, let's say, do a burnout from one set of lights of the racetrack to the next set of lights on the racetrack, you could click the button, rev it up, dump the clutch, and then click the button again when you've reached the other set of lights on the racetrack. and then you turn the traction control back on. But I thought it was a really, really fun thing to do, to just have it there for instant access to the traction control. On your VW Polos and stuff like that, you have to kind of fap around inside the screen before you can find it, so it's not really that fun. Now, let's talk about the spec of this car and what makes this a unique spec. Okay, so first things first on the SpecTour of this car is we have the wheels. Right now they're a little bit dirty, but please do not come for us. It's early in the morning and our heads hurt. First things first, we've got some BBS wheels on the car. They are the multi-spoke kind of receded in dish with the nuts on the outside, black. I think the black matches really well with the rest of the car, and the chrome on the outside gives it a little bit of a pop, and it matches the chrome that comes up on the outside and the little accents that are around the car. So very nice, not bad. For me personally, I am more of a not multi-spoke kind of person, like maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like an 8-spoke, something like that. But cameraman Pash over here, he is a multi-spoke kind of person, so I think this is gonna speak to him a lot more. Other things that we have this little eyelash or eyebrow over here on the lights, which give it a bit more of an aggressive look. It makes it look like the car is frowning a little bit more, which I think it needs, especially the newer Fiestas, because the newer Fiestas are not aggressive enough in looks until you get all the way to the ST versions, but there is no in between. This one was a nice in between because it didn't have ST performance or ST insurance cost, but you still got kind of ST vibes from it. Next, let's open the bonnet. That is hot. Okay. So this has the 3-cylinder. Apparently.
He lied to you guys.
Clearly I've been lied to. I thought this was a... Come here. This is 3. This looks like 3, right? 1, 2...
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. So this is the same Eco... So is this the newer EcoBoost engine?
Clearly you didn't do your research. You're lying to our followers, yeah?
No, the original EcoBoost had 4 cylinders. What year is this car?
18?
18.
Must be.
So this is the new one, the new EcoBoost engine. Because when they first came out, they came with the 4-cylinder. Was the EcoBoost first 4-cylinder engine? Yeah, with a popular 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine like the 1.6 up until 2011, and later introduced the iconic 3-cylinder. Okay, so this is a 3-cylinder EcoBoost. Scratch that from before. So it's the same as the one that was in the newer Fiestas, which is always good to know. What we can see that we've got over here, we have got a upgraded air filter with an ST air filter cover on it. It's actually metal and it's really nice. It says ST on it, but this is not an ST car, remember that. You've got what looks like custom charge. What's this? Is this to the turbo?
What?
This to, come here, come look at this. Leave the camera there. What the fuck is this?
I don't know what's under the hood, bro.
This looks like a charge. I'm gonna say this is a charge pipe. This one.
This is not for the exhaust.
Yeah, but I think it's going into the turbo.
Probably.
As you can see, we both have a degree in mechanical engineering. Number 1. But anyways, this car has got a stage 2 tune on it. Stage 2 or stage 1?
Stage 1.
Stage 1, right? This has got a stage 1 tune on it, which from what I believe, stage 1 is not... You don't really touch any of the internals. Stage 1 is pretty much bolt on parts onto the car and then a quick flash. So that stage 1 takes... Yeah, it should be a quick flash. And that stage 1 increases the power of this car by about 20 to 30 kilowatts, which you will feel. It is quite nice and it's quite a light car, so it's nice to have that extra little bit of power. See now, huh? did he put this thing in here? Very, very nice. Now, the one thing that I do like about the way we've done this is we've gotten very minimal information about the car. So everything that you see, we are also seeing for the first time. So you're basically here for the journey. Something else that this car has is let's start here. Over here, we have got a sunroof. Now, the Fiestas don't come with a sunroof. I know you can get the Polos with the sunroof. You've probably seen all the videos and all the memes of like Polo drivers sitting very far back, sunroof open, pipe in the back, all sorts of things. But no, this one has now a custom sunroof. So I like the sunroof and I like what has been done to the engine. That air intake is very good and it makes the induction noise of the car sound a lot better. Sunroof, I think, is a vibe because when it is hot in summer, when this goes back, just vibes. Around the back, as you can see, we've got on the actual stock standard spoiler over here, spoil wing. On the stock standard wing, no, this is a spoiler. Spoiler is attached to the car, wing is added to the car. On the stock standard spoiler that you get with the EcoBoost versions of the car and this EcoBoost's ST kit, the owner has added this extra little lip over here, which I think looks quite nice, and it gives the car just a little bit of extra flair. That flick is very nice. It's like the ducktail that you see on a lot of Porsches, BMWs, whatever. I'm a very big fan of the ducktail look. Will it actually add any downforce to the car? Probably not. Probably. I mean, maybe, but I think you'd have to be going really fast before you can actually feel what kind of downforce is being generated by the car. Next thing we have is, if we come over here. Now, these cars had a single exit exhaust, which is this one over here. If you had the ST version of the car, the proper ST, it would have dual pipes, and I believe the dual pipes on the other side of the car, but this is good. Here we've got a custom exhaust as well that has been put on the car. And with a little bit of a carbon fiber exhaust surround, which gives it just a little bit more of some flair. And one thing I can tell you that you will hear in the drive is this is it opens the car up very well, and you would not expect the noises that come out of the back of this Fiesta. So stay around for when this car actually gets driven. Some other tasteful things that I like about this build is it hasn't gone over the top with adding carbon parts everywhere. The rear diffuser, or the rear spoiler, no, the rear diffuser, sorry, is still plastic. That's fine. Still the plastics and the normal plastics everywhere, and it's basically just OEM plus. You take what's OEM about the car, original manufacturer equipped, whatever, and you just add a couple little accents here and there, and to me that's the best way that I would like to see a car modified. There's some cars that look good when you start adding like wide body kits and stuff onto them, but like this, a Fiesta like this, I think it looks a lot cleaner when it's just subtle improvements to give it your own personality. And from this, I can tell that the personality of the person that made this car was kind of just, they like sound, they like a little bit of feeling and a little bit of speed, and then they just like to generally look at their car. So they seem like a more chilled person than anything else. Let's see. Oh, I showed you how there's extra speakers on the Fiesta, or the tweeters that are in the door. This car also has a sub for enhanced sound, so I'm pretty sure that the car will sound very, very good outside and inside. It'd be really crazy if like Mercedes got a hold of a sub like this and then decided to pump engine noises through, like,
they've made a car like that.
No, but with a sub, like this.
I don't know. I think I saw it on Pimp My Ride or something.
Pimp My Ride, where they put a sub and they put
a sub and then they put the engine noise
through the sub.
Whoa.
So
it sounds like the car.
that would be crazy, but it'd also be lying. And in this car, I don't think you need a sub.
Yeah.
But I think that's enough talking about the car, and let's give you a little bit of a drive with the car, just so that you can hear all the wonderful sounds and whootushes that this car makes.
If you would like to hear this mildly spicy hatch, please join us in the next episode where we get to put it on the road.